Well, hey everybody, this is Charles Harper, and I'm with Steve Mellor. And Steve has got something very interesting he's going to be sharing with us. If you are looking to, let's say, build a brand inside of, people like to do stuff with their hands. Steve's got some content that he's going to be telling us about. He primarily does a video channel on photography on YouTube. Very well done. I've seen it. And so he's going to be telling us about something like an interesting thing, leatherworking, something that, I don't really know a whole lot about. Steve, welcome.
Hello there. Lovely to be here.
Yeah. So man, you've got this, you've got some leatherworking content. And it's something that I would not have ever even, explored. Can you just kind of?
It's an odd niche, isn't it?
Yeah. Tell us first about the market, and then I want you to tell us about the package.
Okay. Well, the market itself, and the reason that I put this thing together in the first place is you and I both in a thing called Society 11. Lovely place to be in. Great people, all the time. They're hammering into you that if you want to do any sort of marketing, then you need to choose a niche.
Yep.
And in many respects, it doesn't matter what that niche is, but you need to choose a niche and you need to start producing content for it, driving traffic to that content and seeing if it converts.
Yep.
And so leatherworking actually was a niche that I'd looked at. I didn't know an awful lot about it to begin with, but it was something that I'd seen on one of those lists of these are niches that people can do, and I thought, well, that's an interesting thing, and it was in the back of my head.
Yep.
And then I was watching a jewelry show of all things. We've got this show over here called All That Glitters.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit like the Great British Bake Off and that kind of thing. So lots of jewelers come in and they make their jewelry, and then the one of them gets thrown out each week. And on one of those, they had this section where the jeweler was doing leather work. And I thought that's a really weird crossover, and it sparked this idea. What if you were going to do PLR? This is all coming about the same time as I was thinking about, well, what product can I put together? If you're going to do PLR, then, well, okay, let's have a look at leatherworking. And I found this completely untapped niche. This is like, it's 9,000 odd searches every month, which if you know about sort of sub niches and things, that's quite a lot. That's a decent sized niche. There's no products for it in ClickBank. There's nothing in JVZoo or in Warrior Plus, because internet marketers haven't found this thing yet.
Right. Yeah.
And the affiliate stuff that's out there for it, it's things that Amazon, you can go and buy leatherworking tools on Amazon. So there's a great link to get your Amazon links out there. Get those people cook it into your links. And there's some affiliate things around leatherworking. So some leatherworkers, some artisan leatherworkers will sell their tools, or will sell particular, you can buy odd things like a wooden block that's been shaped in a particular way that helps. They've all got affiliate programs. Much like with sewing and knitwear, you can buy patterns for leather products, for a leather bag. And they've all got affiliate programs.
I get it.
And nobody's promoting them.
I get it.
It really genuinely is an untapped niche, even though if you go onto these lists of these are good niches to use, leatherworking is right there in the middle of them. It's just completely missed. So what I've got is something that can get you into that niche very quickly. I'll just share my screen very briefly.
Yeah.
This is what it is. It's called Premium Leatherworking. It's a selection of 10 done-for-you articles. Each article is at least 1,500 words long.
That's cool.
There's a reason for that. I'll come to that a bit later.
Yeah.
Because I got all the images from places like Pixabay and Upsplash and stuff like that. I couldn't give you the images, but I have got a spreadsheet in there which gives you a link to every single image that I've used in the pack, whether or not you need to give it credit, and the what credit you would need to give it if you wanted to. So you can just go and download all of those images from
So a person can go and get their images, and you've made it easy for them to get images in order.
I've made it as easy as I possibly could, based on the licensing that you've got with these other websites. You also get some carousel posts. Now, if I scroll down a little bit, you'll see, and we've got Andy Brocklehurst there. Very pleased to have got a testimonial from Andy. Right, so if you scroll down here, you can actually see what's in the pack a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we've got these articles, and these aren't, I haven't just written the articles, these really long pieces of the really long articles. I've also done something else with them as well. I've put them into these templates. And you get these in various different formats. So the original template's been made in InDesign. You get a print version in PDF as well as a web version in PDF.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to send this to KDP or to, make low content books out of them, it's there. It's done for you.
I like that, Steve. I like that.
If you want to repackage them as lead magnets or something out, it's done for you. And these things, and I've also exported them as Word and as PowerPoint templates as well. So if you need to go into one of these things and change it or add your links or something like that, you can do that in those programs. I'll be completely honest here. It's not as easy as if you had got InDesign and you could do it in InDesign.
Right.
But it's the way that I can produce this to you, which is as easy, as accessible as possible. And that's what I've been trying to get to, easy and accessible, yet with some really good quality content. So along with that, so if that wasn't enough, we've also got these carousel posts. So for every single article, there are 10 images that you can post onto Instagram. You know how you post multiple images in one post, they're called carousel posts, just in case you don't know. And each one of them takes you through sort of stages that are in the article. And then you've got that ability to say, and there's more on my blog, links in the bio.
Right.
So you can start to get Instagram traffic, which is some of the best traffic on the net if you can get it. Not always easy to do, but this is a massively good place to start.
Yeah.
The articles themselves, they've been chosen because they are things that people will want to do. They're things that people are searching for at the moment. The reason for the 1,500 words is because I've followed the advice of places like Authority Hacker and the Income School 24 guys,
Yep.
the people who do this for a living.
Yep. And
they're saying that, 1,500 words, that's the minimum length blog post that you need.
Yeah.
And so I've seen, a load of PLR things that are out there, and they're 500, 600, 700 words long, and the content's fine, the content's great. There's nothing particularly wrong with the packs. But what I wanted to do was to produce something that's not necessarily going to be the best thing for the person who's promoting it, which I do think that sometimes people put packs together because they know people will promote, but rather it's the best thing for the person who's going to buy it, and the best thing for the person who's then going to read it as well. So I put a lot of work into getting a really premium product out here. Along with all of this as well, you also get a 3,000 word book designed the same way as the other ones are, which is called a beginner's guide to leatherworking. And that's it. That is the pack. I've got some fantastic feedback from it. People have really responded well to the quality of the products, and that's it.
Yeah, man, I like that. So basically, leatherworking is this, it is this thing that people are looking for. And so for the info marketers who are inside of, who are watching this, what they need to know is that people are searching for these, for products, they're searching for things here, and that they can use this content in order to either build a list or in order to drive people to those things that they are already searching for. Do I have that right?
That's it. And not only that, but leatherworking is this kind of nexus between other niches as well. So people who do leatherworking, they also do jewelry, like I was mentioning earlier.
Yeah.
People who do leatherworking, they also do carpentry. You wouldn't necessarily think the jewelry and the carpentry niches were connected, but they are, and it's through leatherworking. Because, you might want to upholster a chair, and then you need some leathercraft in order to do that. You might want to use some leather in your jewelry piece, and you're going to need those same skills to do that. So there are people looking for this, where you basically, this is an into the craft market that you wouldn't have if you were going to concentrate on the sort of the big crafts.
Right. Yeah, and so I mean, people are looking for, in general, people are looking for things to do with their hands, looking for things that they can do by themselves, right? Because we're still not quite out of the...
We've had this massive boom for things like this because of the whole pandemics, and I was expecting the tail end of this year for things to calm down. But not only haven't they content, now in the UK, we're pretty much as open as we can get,
right?
You know, and yet there are still people who are doing things like this. You know, the work has started up again. People are going back and forth to work still, and yet there are still people who are doing this, and there are people who have walked away from their jobs because they've realized that they don't want to do those jobs anymore. They want to do something more like this. They want to have an artisan business that they run, and this is just one of the ways that you can provide people that information in order to start doing it. Link it with an affiliate thing to there's a couple of courses on Udemy. You know, there are a few leatherworking things out there where you can go, okay, well, this is, you know, a bit more along the lines of what we in internet marketing are usually used to. But,
right. Yeah. But it's something that you know, you can have in a, you know, you can have it in the bottom of the link in an article. You know, Udemy courses. I'm sure there's tons of stuff, as you were saying at the beginning, on Amazon. If you send people over there in Amazon, people just start clicking around. You get credit for all that stuff. And then also, just if you're just interested, right? I mean, if you wanted to just create a site for things that people are starting to learn to do with their hands, this is the kind of thing.
This is a really great jumping off point. And you've got some really solid articles in there as well that are going to get you, you know, starting on a really good foot. And not only that, but the articles are also provided in WordPress markup as well.
I like that. Well, man,
because I'm a WordPress guy. I when I was making websites, I was all WordPress all the time, you know. So to know that that's a thing you can do, I thought it's a great idea. You literally copy the thing, you paste it into WordPress, even if you're using Gutenberg, and I know a lot of people don't like it. Even if you're using that, it works sort of straight out of the box. So yeah, this is really very easy to do. Not only that, one of the things about going into photography is you suddenly realize that there are a lot of people out there who want to sell their prints, and they want to sell their photography services or things like that, and they don't know how to do it. Well, this is the same sort of thing, you know, leatherworking, any sort of craft of things like, you know, making knitwear or making anything like that. There are people who do that and sell it on Etsy or sell it. Well, one of the articles on here is all about selling leather. And I tell you what, if you want to start to funnel people from a leatherworking thing into your product about how you sell stuff online, this is a way to do it.
Very interesting. I like that. What I'm going to do, Steve, is there's everybody, there's going to be a link down here. It's going to be the plrshow.com/Steve M. And pretty much what I'll do, Steve, is that, you know, even the next time that you have something, depending on when people are going to see this, I'll just always have whatever you've got here at this link. But right now, the leatherworking PLR is going to be right here. And it really is just something a little different, and, you know, a different kind of niche, different kind of way to get into internet marketing, and a different kind of way to get into content marketing. Anything that we need to know, Steve, just about how to approach this? So let's say I got my content pack, you know, off the top of your head, what are some things, what would you say, you know, a person could do first once they get it?
The first thing I would say, you know, set it up somewhere so that it is actually visible and public. Because a lot of people will leave PLR on their hard drives. I've done it myself. We've all done it, let's face it. So make sure it's public. Some of the upsells on this can help you with that. The second upsell is actually as complete as possible done for you website. Which I've been sort of putting the finishing touches on today. And if I share that for you now, this is what it looks like. Completely preloaded with all of your articles in as well. And I'll take that. I've got some information that I need from you just to be able to do it. I'll install it on your servers as long as they're possible to do it. If not, I'll help you get the right servers to do it. You know, you can do that sort of straight out of the box.
So I'm ready to go with that. So you get
if you get all of it. We've also got the second pack is videos. So made them with Vinami before they closed down. They are 8 to 9 minutes long, so you're kind of hitting that sweet spot with YouTube as well, because they like the kind of that kind of longer content that isn't massively long. So yeah, those are good. And you also get them. This is something I've done which I hadn't seen anybody else do, but for me, I thought it was a useful thing. I've made, not only have I made videos which have got video in the background, I've got the same thing but it's just a green screen. So the green screen with your text over the background, if you want to put it on something else, you can do.
That's really
I'm
cool.
also giving you the MP3 files of just the audio as well. So if you wanted to drop the music out and bring something else in, you can do.
So real customization, right? So
yeah, I really wanted to make it as flexible as possible. And these were the things that I've done that have in the past to make things flexible for me when I was either producing a corporate video or I was doing a website design. That the website itself, I've used all the stuff from Authority Hacker and from Income School 24. Just to make sure I've got the right plugins on there, that we're as optimized as possible. Haven't done it all because there's a bit of customization that I need to do, which you get asked about when you sign up to the product. But for as far as possible, I've just got it to a point where, in theory, you can put that up and you're virtually ready to go.
All right. Well, man, depending on when you're watching this, I think Steve is going live on Thursday at 10 a.m.
Thursday the 19th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, which is 9 a.m. Central, and it's about 3 o'clock UK time.
Yep. And so I'm going to make this available. I think I've got something here. I've got some instruction called Content Profit or Content Profit Express. What I'm going to do, Steve, is I'm going to give people that. I mean, it's got PLR rates with it. It wouldn't be a match with it, but it will kind of give you some thoughts if you're watching this on how you can move in terms of content marketing, at least some things that I've taught in the past. And I think that'll be helpful. I've also got something in here where I've done some instruction on the whole Amazon area of being able to access content. So again, so if you're watching this and you want some ideas on how to approach content marketing, how to approach the Amazon marketplace, I've done stuff on that. I will add this to I'll add this to the download page when you get this from Steve. So you can get Steve's product at the plrshow.com/Steve M. When you get it, there'll be a link there inside. It'll say, to access the bonuses. That's where you'll get my additional content along with this with Steve. Well, Steve, it's been really nice meeting you. You and I, we've kind of seen each other. We're in one of the same memberships together, and kind of good to finally get a chance to meet you. I've seen some
really
of your
nice
work
to
on
talk to you,
some of your work on your photography channel. Very impressive, and looking forward to working with you in the future.
Excellent. Yeah, looking forward to working with you as well.
Okay, everybody, this has been Charles Harper and Steve Mellor. The product is Leatherworking PLR. Once again, the URL, if you are listening on our podcast, is the plrshow.com/Steve M. And that is where you will be able to get access to this leatherworking content and our bonuses. And with that, thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.
Bye, everyone.